Hey guys, thanks for tuning back in Bad Boy Gaming. I am Joey Moss. Definitely make sure you like the videos, and if you're not subscribed, by all means, please do. Helps out the channel. Let's get into this deck tech. So I got hit with this deck on a Facebook group, MTG Arena, which is pretty cool. A lot of people share their ideas and whatnot. And there's one guy, Nikos Kolovas. He put this deck together, and I took a glance at it, and I thought it looked pretty good. So we're going to give it a run. I have test played it already. It seems to get the job done quite well. Let's go over the deck. Total of 4 Llanowar Elves are in the deck, just simply for mana ramp. Merfolk Branch Walker. Exploring ability is amazing, plus just having smaller creatures out and some 2-drops helps a lot with any deck. Assassin's Trophy, we're going to run just 2 of them. Just 2 Assassin's Trophy. Great card, very powerful, as you all know. For removal of anything, which is sweet. Next, we got Find and Finality. Very interesting card. Actually, it did do well in the matches I've played so far. On the left hand, you got return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. That did help a lot, especially with decks that counter stuff or just destroy a lot of stuff. Eventually, I was able to use one of my finds twice. I was actually able to pull off a find and retrieve some cards, and that led to me winning those matches. So Finality on the right hand side, you may put 2+1/+1 counters on a creature you control, then all creatures get -4/-4. Cool to board wipe something. Also, if you do have out some of these other cards that have more toughness, it'll survive and get past that, because basically we are in a token heavy meta standard. Sure, 3 copies of that. Militia Bugler. Awesome card. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of our library, and then we reveal a creature card with power 2 or less from among them and put it into my hand. That's pretty awesome. It does help a lot, because a lot of our stuff are focused on just 2 power or less, so that does go a long way. We got 4 copies of Militia. 4 copies of Jade Light Ranger. As you know, the explorability. And we are running a total of 4 of these, but this card helps out a lot. Jade Light Ranger, I mean, if you're running a green deck, you're almost always going to run Jade Light Ranger in it. It's a very powerful card. Next, we got Knight of Autumn. Again, very powerful card. Came in handy, won some matches. It's a 3-drop. When Knight of Autumn enters the battlefield, we choose one of these 3 options. Put 2+1/+1 counters on Knight of Autumn. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, or gain 4 life. The choice is up to me. I have already utilized the destroy target artifact or enchantment and the +2 counters on them, so that has helped. 4 copies Knight of Autumn. 4 copies Ravenous Chupacabra. Again, because of its power being 2, it does go a long way with Militia Bugler. When it comes into the battlefield, we simply just destroy target creature. 2 Twilight Prophets. This one actually sealed out a game also against a control deck, so pretty neat. It's got Flying in the Ascend. At the beginning of my upkeep, if I have the City's Blessing, I can reveal the top card of my library and put it into my hand. Each opponent loses X life, and you gain X life, where X is that card's converted mana cost. Really neat card. 2 copies. Vraska, Golgari Queen. We are running 2 copies of this beautiful Planeswalker. A lot of cool abilities on it. You may sacrifice another permanent. If you do, you gain 1 life and draw a card. Destroy target 9-land permanent with converted mana cost 3 or less. And the emblem. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game. Haven't pulled that off yet, but we'll see what happens in these matches ahead. Tristani Discordant. We are going to run 2 copies. Other creatures we control get +1/+1. And when it enters the battlefield, we create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens with lifelink, and at the beginning of my end step, each player gains control of all creatures they own. 2 copies. Izani, Thousand-Eyed. Another neat card. It's got the Undergrowth ability. When Thousand-Eyed enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 black and green instant creature token for each creature card in our graveyard. And then produce, sacrifice another creature, you gain 1 life and draw a card. 2 copies of that. 2 Swamps. 2 Forests. 4 Isolated Chapels. 4 Overgrown Tomes. 4 Woodland Cemetery. 3 Sunpetal Grove. 4 Temple Garden. Sideboard action. 3 Remorseful Clerics. Just because graveyard heavy, guys. We got to deal with that. So if that is what our opponent's running, we're going to go ahead and throw these in there. Kitesail Freebooter. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals their hand. We choose a non-creature, non-land card from it. Exile that card until Kitesail Freebooter leaves the battlefield. Why not? 3 copies of that. 2 Wild Growths in case we really are up against, maybe, I don't know, a control build or something, and we just need to go the distance. You know, there could be a lot of different kind of uses for Wild Growth Walker, honestly. 2 more Assassin's Trophy, just in case we need them. Profane in Session, exile target creature. This way, it helps a little bit. I haven't needed to sideboard it in yet, but you could imagine this thing can be pretty devastating. 2 Chalets, Voice of Plenty, cool angel, also giving all of our creatures hexproof. 2 copies of that. 2 copies of Carnage Tyrant. Against control, this will help out a lot because it has hexproof and it can't be countered. I had to include it. That was a change I made to this sideboard here. About the only changes I made to his entire deck. Pretty neat deck. Let's get into some gameplay here. Make sure you hit that like button. Helps out a lot. King Wallace. He must enjoy Braveheart. Moving on to this next match. Solid starting hand. I think we're gonna run the Overgrown Tomb here, with the Isolated Chapel, followed by a Ravenous Outcome. Ha ha. I'd say she's a keeper. Why not? Let's pay the 2 life to get our Llanowar elves out more efficiently. Opponent's running a trash heap of cards, same colors as we are. This could be devastating. We will Isolated Chapel. Night of Autumn does look rather cute right now. I say we go Night of Autumn, even though we should have held off. I'd like to get the counters on it, make it a bit bigger. Look at that beast. Holy Miss Moly. We're gonna need some more stuff. That little bugger is a pain in the butt. He's coming out hard. We'll see ya. Glad you attacked that way. My chair squeaks. You know what else squeaks? Nice. Beautiful card, eh? I'll gladly exchange life. Now, calm down. Can't block just yet. Where we can Chupacabra's face. Huh. Bloody boogers. Chupacabra. Gotta go with the bigger threat there. No attacks. Next turn of Vraska. No blocks. Oh lord, that's done. Need another land for that.
Your demise won't be... Wherever I go, I leave bodies in my wake. What can I say? Death is cheap.
Ferox is real. So are you. You know what else is real? Pennies. Love me some pennies. Hopefully doesn't buff him up. No Buffy Vampire Slayer here. Take a little bit of life gain, eh? Clever. Oh, looky, looky, I got hooky. This is why Find Finality is just such an amazing card. Let me show you, let me show you. I should have +1 in sacrifice first. Talk about a noob mistake. More like +2. Let's do it now, eh? Graveyard away.
As long as we win, nothing else matters.
Decline. Wizards is gonna have to fix that handy-dandy mess, eh?
Being ruthless
Wait,
has its
changed my mind. Never mind. Way to go. We win. Not fair. Not the Sasquatchulus. I heard about this person. He's dangerous. Seldom seen in the wild. We're going to keep that. We will pay 2 life. We will honor it. In the next turn, we will be able to Autumn Night. Hopefully, we can use one of the abilities to our advantage. Probably not. Not already. Moving forward. Night of Autumn it is. We gotta drop some. We will give him the 2+1/+1 counter, making him a 4/3. Pretty nice little threat there early on. Here's what with the forest. That was a dumb mistake. Don't do that, kid. Counters. Swing away. Yeah, I should not have done that. Then again, we just sneak in 1 extra damage because of it. And we're off to a pretty good start. Cornelia. We draw a Swamp here. Nope. We do got a Vraska, which is cool. We do that.
I lead the Golgari now. Step aside or be crushed.
I think we shall sacrifice our Lana Warrior.
Sacrifice is necessary.
Cool. Swinging in with the Night Autumn. Taking out one of the knights, dealing 4 damage. He has 1 knight out, 4 lands. This could get ugly. Say it ain't so, Bill. Got him. Alright, he conceded. We were looking really good there, though. He was in some trouble. Jean Paul. Looks kind of slow. Looks really slow, but man, do we got some heat over here, but 2 Vraskas, I don't really like that. This is better, and hopefully we get lucky with a good draw. I hate to do this, but I got to put it on the bottom because we need another land right now. Did not get the land we needed. Alright. Lana War Elf would be cool too, you know. Throwing Lieutenant. Alright, alright. No land. I think I could deal with that thing right now. Pass the turn. And try not to use Assassin's Trophy too early in the game. Mr. Benelia. a bit of a problem. I think I'm going to have to get rid of that right now. Had to. Could have been life-threatening. No land. Alright, we are in some deep trouble here. This is the first time with this deck that I've gotten mana screwed, so... not looking good at all right now. Mana screwed. What are you gonna do? Good game. Alright. Let's see what we can do. I'll keep it. It is quite a bit of lands to start out with, but it could always be worse, I suppose. We do not have any white, any plains out right now, which is kind of a bummer. So we're gonna have to draw into some plains. Nice. The old woodland. Into Mr. Line of War. Pass the turn. Dima. Okay, Death Touch, eh? Temple Garden. Paying the 2 life. Militia Bugler. Dang. End search. Not exactly what we had hoped for there. The old Ravenous Choopy. It looks like he has Death Touch heavy. Might as well attack. At least we'll get rid of his little... Nope, he chose not to block. Ravenous Choopy. Taking out my Lawn of War? No, he goes to the beauty. The Boogie Woogie. Isolated Chappelle. Graveyard. I guess we might as well take one. Alright, even trade. I guess we'll drop Night of Autumn. Give it the old +2 counters. Need something to take care of Death Touch over here. Oh, look, got a big boy, eh? This is going to help us to remove the Whisperer. Bada bing, bada boom. How much life do you want to pay there? Ping. Might as well swing with it all. I'm assuming he got what he was looking for. Nice. Well played, well played. This is not helping. Enter it tapped. Bugler. For sure. Too bad we can't cast it just yet. I'd like to say next turn we'll make our attack. No attacks here. We'll hold out. This guy wants to die. Suicide by the Whisperer. Count how much mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just shy of what we really needed. I suppose we can Ravenous his Whisperer and swing in for nearly lethal damage. Actually, that is game. We have won the game. Will he suicide himself? I bet he will. Count as my spell. Well, that just changes everything, does it not? Might as well attack with everything. Oh, no, I made a boo-boo. No, I did not. Correction. So, he's at 2. If he doesn't drop a creature, good game. Hot dogs. That is fun. This is why we run Chupacabra in the deck. We will see ya. Well fought.